We're back.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's back up to them. She is going to try to get closer. I just found out what the fly speed is. It's 35 feet. Which
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, right, gotcha.
Yeah, Katheryn, you are detecting lots of proximity warnings, except a master proximity warning, which means that an enemy vessel is within too close of range. Collision warning.
You're also flying in an asteroid field. I am going to make you roll. Give me a second here. Let's see, what would you be rolling on? I am going to make you roll two different rolls. One is a perception to notice the asteroids in this asteroid field.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have a piloting skill. That is the only thing. That's the only bad thing about this particular thing here. I am going to have you roll. I'm going to have you roll an acrobatics check.
Okay. 18 for the perception.
You see the asteroids in this field.
5.
Warning. Collision alert. Warning. Collision alert. Proximity master alert.
There are several of the asteroids that you're getting very dangerously close to.
Danger. Recommend raising shields. Danger. Danger.
And it's now their turn, and they've got to do the exact same thing. I'm going to have them roll perception. Wow, they did not see the wow.
Excuse me.
Nor did they. Wow, they're in the same boat you are. Literally.
Well, you know.
I'm assuming some of the sails have been torn with the asteroids.
They are following your lead very, very closely.
Okay.
So it is now time for you, Katheryn. You're very close to these asteroids. What do you want to do?
Much like most of the things she does, all daredevil-y, like, she's tapping into certain genetic memories. And she is going to find an opening just big enough for them and dive straight into it.
Warning. Unrecommended remover. Warning. Unrecommended remover.
Roll me an athletics check.
She just shouts up. She just kind of shouts out, "Shut up, you stupid machine! I know what I'm doing."
Amongst all the other warnings, like, warning, shields offline, warning. Roll damage detected.
10.
10? Oh god.
Yeah, I would. Well, no. I would argue it, but nah.
What are you trying to argue, my dear?
That this is a maneuver a certain chip has already pulled off that she has in some way, technically. Anyway, it's stupid. It's nanobuddy things.
I tell you what, I'll let you give you advantage on the roll. You've already rolled once, so roll again. Let's hope you get higher.
Nope.
What did you? Oh god, yeah, the 10 was higher than that. Okay.
Sticking with the 10.
Sticking with the 10. You fly so close to these asteroids. So close.
All the alarms are blaring in your ear at max volume.
I am going to, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Attention crew, we are experiencing some slight turbulence, and then we will possibly explode.
Davi straps himself in next to you, like holding onto one of the consoles, and he says, "You're kidding me, right?"
Okay, you just took 26 points of damage from the asteroids that you could not avoid.
Warning, hull breach attack. Taking
She
internal
looks
damage.
She looks at Davi and says, "No, not joking, but it's better than getting shot out of the sky by those marauders." And she keeps flying, like, oh god.
And the Nobe's like frantically trying to like seal off certain areas of the ship that have taken hull damage. Because obviously hull breaches. Meanwhile, as we have small little cutscenes of various parts of the deck blowing inward through the windows.
Simone is still eating her chicken leg.
Yep.
Moogie is munching away on his bed.
In the mess hall, you see one of the blasters go.
Yeah, the other ship has also taken damage trying to do the exact same maneuver you did and didn't fare any better.
You think something's going on? Simone just looks up from her.
Meanwhile, the chandelier is pulsing with red lights.
I don't know, but it sounds like there's a big mess out there. Oh well. I can get out of here if I wanted to anyway.
Meanwhile, outside the door, you hear this like pneumatic hiss as like fire suppression systems kick in and everything.
Unfortunately, the hull breaches weren't in the mess hall.
They were near the mess hall, in the hallway.
Yeah, they're near the mess. Yeah, they're near the mess hall, but they're not in the mess hall.
No, that's why I said the blast door is sealed to keep them safe.
Okay, so that was their turn. They tried to follow you through. They took damage. It is now your turn again, Katheryn. What are you doing?
Does this thing have something akin to a tractor beam?
It's a harpoon, says Davi.
Actually, no, I don't think it has a harpoon.
Really? Okay, I thought it came with one. All right.
Let me go look.
All right.
Let me go look.
Well, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna do a stupid. So.
Yeah. You really want to do it, stupid?
Yes.
Okay. According to this, no, it does. But we could always say that Dragon had plans to, but because he had to speed up the process to get this thing, up.
The mounting is there, but like, there's no ammunition. It's just an empty harpoon.
Yeah,
Launcher.
I mean, it wouldn't take that. It would take that long to load it, but not in a pitched battle.
Yeah.
That's good because she didn't want to load it. Not traditionally. She is going to use her nano buddies, and she is going to fire a thunderclap out of that harpoon cannon to knock asteroids into the other ship.
Clever.
Cool.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me that damage. No, not the damage. Roll me thunderclap.
Is the DC.
As a DC. Okay. What do I have to roll?
Con. I mean, an asteroid's con, I guess.
I know, but I have to roll on something. What's the normal roll for a thunderclap?
It's just a con save DC 14.
Okay. Oh my Lanta.
Oh, did I get lucky?
You got lucky.
Excellent.
You are constantly hearing these warnings going off, and you decide you're sick of them. So there's a button that's kind of glowing. It's not red. It's slightly violet.
Mhm.
Yep.
You push it. All the alerts, the red is still going off. You know you're under red alert. So that
Yeah.
much was obvious. But you no longer hear the, red alert, red alert, red alert. You no longer hear the
Mhm.
alert sound. So you
Yep.
can freaking concentrate and doing whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the
Roll.
background, you just hear, "It's about time that someone turned off that bloody alarm."
Yeah, hold on to something, short man. And her eyes go digital, and out the back end is
Oh gosh.
as she sends a wave of asteroids at the other ship.
Okay. I'm having the asteroids do how many asteroids are you sending?
Well, it's a 5 foot. It's a 5 foot thing wherever I choose to cast it, so it'll fire out and then just eject whatever asteroids are nearby. So I'm good with randomizing it, like a D5 or D4 or something,
2d4, 2d6.
something like that. Whatever.
I'll do 2d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. Because I need to know how many d10s I'm gonna do. Okay. Holy macadamia nut! That was 32 points of damage there.
hmm
And I am going to say, because of her, you have pulled further away than the yeah, you've pulled further away. This is a pitch battle in a droid field. These guys are going to try to hit you again with a ballista. Mag,
Yep.
let me go back to that. Actually, you have two ballista, and then you have a Mungel. The Mungel has a further range. I want you to roll me a d20 and add plus
A D20 plus what?
plus 5.
Oh. Okay.
Davi just looks at his terminal and he says, Katheryn, I think they're charging their main weapon."
That is a 24.
You hit. Now roll me 5d10.
5 D10s.
Five-
First
five
one
D-
is a 2. Second one is a 9 or a 6.
Which way's the little line going, dear heart?
Line is going over the crook.
That's a 9.
Fine.
Okay, so 9. Third one is a 1. Fourth one is a 5. And then the fifth one is a 0.
Yeah, that's a 10.
The 10, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 10. Guys get hit with 20 points of damage.
How much damage?
I've got it. I'm writing it down on mine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are more. Uh, there are more alarms going off, but they're silent alarms now.
Yeah.
Since Katheryn has effectively turned them all off.
Yep. Outside in the hallway near the whatchamacallit, mess hall, you just hear the ominous creaking and groaning of metal being pressed in. There is a hull breach right outside that blast door.
Sounds like it's a bit messy out there.
And you can hear the door creaking. Like the blast door is like straining to like hold back the pressure.
Yep.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get out of here.
I'll give it a few more minutes.
Mookie, exactly how are you getting out of here?
The only door is sealed. Drac didn't really design this room well.
Simple. Lady Mary!
Let's see here. Give me a second. See if she actually hears you.
It's kind of funny my friend's playing Space Engineers at the same time we're playing.
I know. You yell out Lady Mary, and you wait a minute. You wait 5 seconds. 10. 15. 20. 30 seconds go by. And just when you're about to make the call again, because it usually doesn't. It's when you call for her, it's instantaneous.
Mm-hmm.
And just about the time that you're going to make the call again, Mookie, there is a door that opens up underneath your chair. You, the chair, and whatever you had in your hands go right down.
Ah! Thunk.
She just kind of goes, huh.
And the door closes up.
Simone just makes sure that nobody is watching, and then we'll take her longsword, cut a hole that starts smoking, and thorny rose vines start creeping up it, and she just walks through it.
And the only audible sound you hear in the mess hall is this slow hissing from that door.
Okay, now explain to me again. What are you doing, Simone? What happened?
She's basically, Jess isn't going to let her die. So that's basically her just taking over and being like, "Yep, my turn for a bit," and then just throwing her into another section of the ship that isn't being destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna randomize that. Roll me a D8. Just a straight D8.
A D8? Okay. 5.
5. Yeah, let's see here.
She's just like, "Yep, my little golem isn't dying yet. Here we go."
Yep, it's very true. I'm going to say, because I don't have a picture of what the Noma side wheeler looks like. Your little golem gets thrown get thrown by the computer core. Not in it, but like the door, like the space, like right outside of it.
Yeah, she just as she like falls out of the rift. Like,
Onto the ball,
oh.
onto the floor.
Onto the floor. And she's knocked out for just a little. Because that was a hard,
Meanwhile, Davi says to Katheryn, I think we have a hull breach in... Oh no. Oh no. He's like panicking right now as he's looking at the...
Right, time to go, she says, and she'll find a way to get. She'll actually.
Okay. Right. But our two villains have you hear through the communications, you hear Cerez's voice come back through. Well, this is interesting, but we've gotten everything we wanted from your little ship, haven't we? And you can hear her talking to somebody else who is manning the guns and is either grunting or laughing, you can't tell. It's laughter. We will see you when you arrive on the planet. Are you speeding away at this point, Katheryn?
Yeah. She was about to tell Davi to abandon ship, but yeah, she gets out of there and is in a huff.
Davi's just like tiny little gnome hands flying across various bobs and knobs and stuff like that, and he says, turning wheels like that, and he says, we have multiple hull breaches across multiple decks, and one in the mess hall. I managed to seal it off in time, but I don't know if anyone's down there.
She'll close her eyes. No one's there.
Oh, thank God.
Make sure I'm not interrupted, she says, and Davi will see her eyes start doing digitalness, and she will just continuously cast mending over the ship, through the ship.
And as you're doing this, the ship, Katheryn, you feel the ship audibly pick up speed and speed throughout the rest of the asteroid field, seemingly missing most of the bigger asteroids that you see flying very close to the ship, but not actually hitting it.
Yeah, Davi's just watching this all on the console as like multiple hull breachers are just self-patching themselves.
Yeah, the limit to mending, I mean, she's only doing it a foot at a time.
Yeah.
But it's touch, and technically she has connected.
Oh, yeah. I would say. Took 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Now you can get, because of your mending ability, you can get all the outside hull breaches, but the inside hull breaches are going to have to be worked on internally by the ship. You can't
fine.
fix those.
Yeah.
That's fine as long as she can pressurize the ship again.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, yeah.
I'm also limiting it to she can't leave that chair for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
It will take you about 6 hours to repair the outside of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yep.
Okay. After the first hour, which is the most critical, you guys have sped away at this point.
Mm-hmm.
the lights, the red light has gone from red to yellow.
Mhm.
Yeah, and now you guys are on yellow alert right at the moment.
Yeah. Davi is just like still at the console, just monitoring things, overseeing things. He says,
N.I.A. Not all that was the one actually firing the weapons, except for the thunder wave that
yeah.
Katheryn shut off.
Yep.
And N.I.A. goes, that was most exhilarating. I hope we get to do that again. And she has a definite smile on her face.
Davi looks over her shoulder and he's like, you really want to do that again? After we nearly got blown out of into, well, the stars? He's like frantically trying to like...
We managed to keep the ship together.
That is true, yes, N.I.A, we did. And he says, he sees the blinking light and he just pushes the button. He's like, okay, I think that's the last internal breach that I've checked off that I need to go repair. You guys got the bridge. I'm gonna go down and see what's going on with these hull breaches and see if I can patch the internal ones with the rest of the group. I'll be back. And he heads down to, like, the first hull breach, which is in probably the living quarters area. The unoccupied living quarters. Really?
No, the first one that you detect that's the closest is the mess hall.
Alright, the mess hall. He's headed down to mess hall. With a very worried look on his face.
You get to the mess hall, and the hull breach is right outside the mess hall, and it's a nasty hull breach.
There's no floor, and like half the wall is missing, like this little curve.
Yeah.
So he's walking over like these like digital nanite like hologram things.
And this particular hull breach, even though it was on the inside, the hull breach that was on the outside that connected this has already been patched over. That was done within the first hour in this particular section. So you've got to work on the hull breach on this side, and it's the air has gotten thin.
Yep.
So you're sitting there and you're panting and you're going, oh, whoo, yeah. With your eyes crossed and
rubbing a bead of sweat across his face. Yeah.
And it takes you a good 30 minutes to fix this particular hull breach. You open up the doors and there's nobody in it.
But all the food has been tossed.
Pretty much.
Plates are everywhere. Like the battle shook everything around.
You do notice. You notice that there's one chair missing.
Yep.
And suspiciously, it was the chair that Moogie was sitting on when all of you guys left. And there's no sign of Simone.
Okay, they couldn't have gone anywhere. This room is a sealed chamber. I mean, the only door looks at the door. Oh. Walks out of the room. The blast door is, like, open. And he just walks down the hall to, like, where, like, kind of, like, calling out, like, Simone, Moogie. Like, going deck by deck.
You don't hear anything from Moogie, because he's, at this point, he's on a completely, different plane.
Yeah.
Of existence.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
But yeah, Davi doesn't know that. So that's going to be an interesting conversation.
Yep.
As you're going down towards the computer core, and you do see other hull breaches, but they're not as big as the one that you had dirt by the mess hall.
Yeah.
You come to the computer core, which there was a hull breach, but it was one that had linked outside, and by this point, you're in hour 2, so this one has now
sealed up.
This one is now just starting. This one's just now starting to seal up.
Yeah, he has a, I guess, kind of not a spacesuit, but like he has like one of those like diver helmets on. Yes, I'm calling out a diver.
Yeah.
And he's like umbilical cord strapped in, and he's like, walking through, and he sees whoever's there.
He sees the knocked out form of Simone.
He,
Like she was violently thrown through something. You don't know what.
Yeah, and he looks over you, and can I roll a medicine check?
Yes. Okay.
Alright. Medicine check. Well, his medicine is piss poor, so that would be a reason why.